Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you're new to the channel, this is the road to 10K subs. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. It's late. I started the stream late, and that's a little problem because we gotta go to work tomorrow. We got to go to work in a few hours, so. Coming off of Labor Day is no longer Labor Day. It's back to work, back to the grind. And I'm up late because I'm watching Mafiathon 3. So shouts out to Mafiathon 3, Kaisenet. I hope in these 30 days, because there's still a part of me that just feels a way about it. In these 30 days that Kai apologizes to the publicist, to the black, female publicist that he called unprofessional and said that Davis fired her because she was being unprofessional in Aiden Ross's chat. I really hope he apologizes to that young woman because that was not the truth. That's not what happened. Everything else, the entertainment, we already know Kai is one of one, bro. The creativity that, he's a genius when it comes to that stuff. And he gives black people a lot of chances, like black creatives and stuff like that, a lot of spotlight and chances. But on the business side, I do think he needs to apologize. He has 30 days to do it. He's on stream 30 days in a row. Speaking of young black creatives that are just intelligent people, Nate, my brother Nate, man, shouts out to Nate. He's a great guy. He's over at People. And he said, Naomi came across my For You page a few weeks back, and I was drawn in by her wisdom and her speaking voice. I reached out to her for a chat, resulting in my first human interest exclusive for People. Leave the link below. I don't think I've been more proud of a piece during my time at People. Naomi's message is so powerful. I highly recommend a read. So Naomi, I've seen this lady on social media because she posts selfies and she refuses to delete them despite the comments saying delete them, ew, this and that. And she's just saying, I'm just proud of myself. I have courage and we all deserve this type of joy. These are the quotes that I've just seen on social media over the past 2 days. Little did I know, Nate wrote it. Shouts out to Nate, my dog, friend of the channel, Nate. Yes, sir. Let's get into it, man. People. Woman selfie receives thousands of comments about her appearance, but she refuses to delete the photo. Exclusive. I'm not an aesthetically beautiful person. I'm not, and that's okay. Naomi Pilula tells People exclusively. This is by Nathan Vincent. Shouts out to my brother Nate. For sure. All right, let's get into it. She posted a regular selfie of herself on June 22nd. 2025. The post has amassed over 500,000 shares, comments, and drew lots of negativity about her appearance, particularly her nose. The Zambia-based lawyer, 37, tells People why she decided to leave the post on her page. Naomi Palula is just like you. She works 5 days a week. Man, come on. Nate, you better write, brother. Y'all know Nate. If y'all don't know Nate, Nate asks the best questions on the red carpet. He is the best red carpet correspondent. Hands down. That joker, the research he does, bro, man, it's some talented mugs, dog. Like I say, Phil Lewis, the way he carries himself, the professionalism, his empathy, his dedication to make everybody feel seen when he's talking to him. He makes you feel like you're the only person in the world. Nia Simone, just her grind and her dedication and consistency and just the things that she does and the opportunities that she gets as an influencer, as everything, and she's out there hosting the Mamba Invitational and the Mamba thing in LA for Nike, and she's so inspirational, still doing her HBCU Go stuff, still doing the HBCU coverage. She works 8 different jobs and she just carries them with such grace. I appreciate her so much. And this Nathan guy, let me tell you about Nathan. So the thing with Nathan, Nate, he studies every single person on the carpet. Him and Jeremy Heck. Jeremy Heck, he studies everybody. He looks at the sheet of who's going to the award show. and he studies everybody, and he comes up with one question for them, and he asks everybody one question. If he has 2 seconds, hey, what are you doing about it? Because he's practiced for every single person. So say there's 120 people on the list, he comes up with 120 different questions and remembers them. That's a different level of preparation, bro. Nate, man, this dude, Nate, dog, he like, it's like with musicians, he listens to all their stuff. And when he asks some questions, he asks some questions about like the bridge and an album cut. Or he asks them about their last project came out at this point. Like, how do you know that for every single artist, bro? Like, that's crazy to me. And then, you know, he cites, you know, this, he's a Ray's favorite reporter. So he cites the lines from Awkward Black Girl on YouTube from 2011. Like, how do you remember that? Is the things that these people do, such talented people in the industry, in the space, that I'm just inspired by. And I'm so just blessed to be around them and to consider myself like a part of that orbit. I like take from each of them, bro. And I'm so inspired by all of them. Anyways, all right. Good evening, my thank you. Shouts out to Big Nate in the chat, huh? Big Nate is in the chat tonight. Yes, sir. Okay, all right. But look at this lead. So in addition to asking great questions, look at the lead. It's simple. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. Naomi, Pilula is just like you. Crazy. Hooks you in. What the heck? How is she just like me? She works 5 days a week. She goes to church on Sundays and enjoys getting her nails done. That's something that a lot of people do. She loves fashions, her friends and family too. Like most of these everyday moments are reflected on our Instagram page, where she posts a few times a week. Perfect setup. What is the story here? Woman posts a selfie on an Instagram page. Everybody goes crazy and it goes viral. She's unexpected to go viral. She's just living like everybody else, which brings us back to the 6-word lead. Naomi, brother, no, you better write, brother. Goodness gracious, I just love this stuff. So imagine her surprise when a simple video. There's an art to journalism, dog. I love you, man. I'm inspired. So imagine her surprise when a simple video about one of her favorite face masks drew comments like, "Is this AI, quote unquote, or quote unquote, is she using a filter?" After a while, Pilula realized that they were talking about her physical appearance, but it wasn't until the 37-year-old posted a selfie in June that she would be exposed to the depths of the internet's nastiness. Pilula was born and raised in Zambia, a beautiful country at the center of Africa's southern region. The youngest of 7 siblings, she tells people her understanding of beauty has changed over the years due to her lived experience. In Zambia, my home country, beauty is more the curvaceous woman, the well-endowed woman, Pilula says. And so, as somebody who is smaller, I was always told to eat more, fill out more. And there it is. There's a picture of her as a child. Pilula pursued higher education at the University of Queensland and Brisbane, Australia, as well as the University of Auckland in New Zealand. During her time in Australia, she shares that she was the only Black person in her classes, a great departure from her community in Zambia, making yet another complex lesson regarding desirability and beauty away from home. Growing up, she says she was particularly teased about her nose. Through her late teens and the early 20s, Pilula came to appreciate her physical features, and after a while, they weren't even a thought in her mind, quote unquote. I do know that one of the more controversial features that I have, which is what blew up the internet, was my nose. It's my father's nose. Why would I want to remove a feature that identifies me with my father? Oh my goodness, Nate. Oh my goodness. Ooh, boy. My goodness, it doesn't make sense, she ponders. Oh man. This is beautiful. I won't say that there was one day when I woke up and I looked in the mirror and said, yes. But there was just one point where I looked at yourself, where you looked at yourself. But there was just one point where you looked at yourself and you say, I like the way I look, she continues. And that was me. Oh my gosh. Oh, I ain't about to cry. I ain't about to cry on stream. I'm talking about. And once I arrived at that point, no one can take away because they didn't give it to me. Pilula now works as a lawyer in Zambia's financial sector. She's developed her personal style, healed old wounds, and built up a great life for herself. All was relatively fine until June, when she received a couple particular comments on one of her posts that struck a nerve. I got a comment that said something about trying out rhinoplasty or rhinoplasty. She begins, and then I think she caught me at a time where I was really pissed off. Man, that's what gets you, because I received other comments and maybe even worse comments, because I had other people telling me outright, quote unquote, you're ugly and quote unquote, you don't deserve to be on the internet. Wow. Palula posted, then deleted an admittedly passive aggressive response video, opting to call her big sister for advice, and said, the focus here shouldn't be on what people say, because people will say what people say. But the focus here is, quote unquote, why is it pissing you off? She recalls her sister asking her, because another comment wouldn't have. So there's something about this that pisses you off. With her sister's words of wisdom, Palula realized that, quote unquote, that maybe I'm not as healed as I thought I was. Man, she's saying that.
Hi, your girl here. I'm just hopping on here to just have a chat around where my brain is. Like yesterday, I had responded to what I would term a audacious comment that I'd received on one of my videos. And so later on in the evening, I took down that video I had done as a response. And so this video now is to kind of give you a picture about where my brain is and what that was all about. So sit down, relax, and let's have a chat. So a little bit of background, right? For the last 2 months or so, I have, like, my following has grown a lot. It's doubled. It's more than doubled. And by the way, welcome on board. I love you. Let's have a great time together, right? But that has also made me exposed to a side of Instagram that I've never been exposed to. So my videos have also been exposed to audiences that I normally wouldn't be exposed to. And so one of the repercussions of that is that I have people commenting on my videos that are just plain mean. No other word to describe it but plain mean. And so the first time I got comments that I felt were mean, I was taken aback, really, really taken aback, because it's never happened to me, and it was so new. And so I was kind of like, wait, what? What's going on? And then I quickly moved from being like shocked about it, and then being kind of like, but that's just so mean. Like, why would you do that to another human being? Like, that's just mean, right? So I moved from shock to that. And I think that response is also part of shock. And then I moved from that to anger. Somewhere along the lines, I decided, hey, it's my page. It's my post. So in as much as you can't control what people say on a normal basis, at the very least, I can control where they say it. So if you're going to say it on my page or on my post, I'm going to delete it. So I started deleting whichever comments that I felt was mean. And then I quickly became tired of that because, fam, I do work and I do have a life outside of Instagram. So I really did not have the time or the energy to start responding to all those posts or deleting them or things like that. So that didn't live long. And so in my moments of being angry, I did respond to one of those comments, and I posted it. And, you know, my lovely people came to my defense about that, which was wonderful and great. And thank you so much. It really restored my faith in the goodness of people who are majority or a majority follow me. So great. But I took it down. And the reason why I took it down was partly because after a conversation I had with my sister, and so I was telling her about it, and she was just asking me a very simple question. She was just like, you know what? And she was reminding me, she's like, you know, you can't control what people say. And that's true. That's true across board. You can never control what people say, right? But what it triggers in you and your response to what people are saying is just a mirror to help you to see what is in you. And so she was just asking me, like, okay, yes, you're pissed off about this, but what exactly is pissing you off? Like, what exactly is this unearthing in you? Can you have a sit down with yourself and find out? So that's what I did. I sat down with myself and I was trying to figure it out, like what's going on around this. Like, don't get me wrong, like if people like say something mean to you, it's natural to be upset, but it's also good to also know what exactly about what they've said has upset you, because there's some things that people say that are mean, right? And it's mean, but then it will like brush over your head because it's like totally inconsequential. But then there are other things that just like hit home. And so those are the things you have to like sit down and say, wait, why is this hitting home? And so that's what I did. And when it comes to appearance and stuff, like um I grew up having a lot of comments around my appearance, my nose, other features of my face, other features of my body. And so I was very insecure about my appearance for a very long time. And then thank the Lord, I started liking myself. Not just loving myself, like I actually started liking myself, and I started liking exactly how I'm made. So that was a great, and that was a long journey, but a great journey as well. And then you get these comments, right, concerning my face and my features and other things. And so I had to sit down and say, okay, God, what is going on here? What is this? What's happening here? And then just seeing even in like getting upset and making a video about it, and having a conversation with my sister. I feel like God just clocked me and said, Ish, I think you need to sit down, because this is bigger than what you are making it, or this is more serious than what it could be. Yes, people are mean. Yes, you can ignore them and stuff like that. But it identified like for me, it helped me identify a bigger problem or a bigger concern. And I think it's a concern that we should all have. And what do I mean by this? I think that it's very easy, and I've been guilty of this. I think it's very easy to, especially in this world of social media, to look at people's videos and posts and stuff like that, and respond with derogatory marks, or even if you don't, some of us don't even post it, but we'll think it and do that, and not respond, or we just laugh on our own. But I was reminded of the scripture about how we were woven together in our mother's womb, right?
Mhm.
And the fact that God saw us even before we were created, like he's the one who knit us together. And so that tells me that every intricate detail of even my features was something that God put thought and time into, right, to create, and not just mine, but every single living person on this earth. He did that. And so I sat down, and it dawned on me
What is the
that
time limit of
by
Instagram videos now?
laughing at a person, by laughing at what has been created, aren't you in essence laughing at the creator? Yes, my features are, a mixture of my mother and my father and other, distant generations back. And so I carry their features because they are my blood. But again, God was the one who orchestrated the fact that I'll get my father's nose and
Let me pause this. Let's see if I can see this post on here. Because this post is like, hold on, let's see. Let me see. I don't have a time for it. Don't have a time for it. Let me see.
His eyebrows, and his mouth. Actually, a lot of my features are from my dad, and all that jazz. He's the one who orchestrated all that. And so if anyone were to have an issue with that, it made me, well, it comforted me, in the sense that it's not a issue around, like, you don't have an issue with me. You have an issue with God who created me. And so that also that's a comforting thought in terms of me being, um, commented on. But it's a scary thought for the people who are commenting, because, and this video, I'm not even expecting this to really change anyone's behavior, because people will be what they want to be. Again, this is just a mental dump for you to kind of figure out where my brain is in this. And
she said it cut, but I think you get the gist. How long was it?
So it's,
man, I get the gist. She said it's cut. She said, so Palula went back to the source. God, she quotes a well-known Bible scripture, Psalm 139, verse 15, 16, as a central point of the understanding of self and purpose. So that scripture is telling me that look, God actually put us together. She tells people, if it's flowing from our relationship. Okay, hold on. Do I need to click on this because it's not quoting it? Yep, here we go. Right to the NIV, my brother. My frame was not hidden from you. When I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. And there it is. Let me see. If it's flowing from my relationship with God and understanding who he is, understanding who he's created me to be, then what can people say? There's nothing you can tell me. So that was my healing journey. And I don't know how it can be done outside of God, at least in a permanent way. And it's a principle, that very principle that Palula had to stand on when she posted a happy birthday selfie in June. That picture spread like wildfire, amassing over 530,000 comments and shares on Instagram. Most of them were negative. Palula says that it's her most viral post yet, and while she thought about deleting it, another Bible passage kept coming back to her, and here it is. Happy Monday, the hair is hairing and the skin is skinning, and I'm so happy. This is the Bantu knot out on a freshly washed hair. So even when my hair is in dire need of retire, it still looks cute. So here's to feeling and looking cute. Sister Locke's in-house lawyer, Zed Law Life. In the book of Genesis, the prophet Joseph was sold into slavery by his siblings because they were jealous of the favor that he had with their father, Jacob. Joseph would eventually rise to power, and his siblings would in turn apologize. And then Joseph responds like, no, what the enemy meant for evil, God will turn it around for good. So it reminds me, okay, look, if you weren't resilient, if you didn't love yourself the way you do, this kind of backlash will destroy you. Palula shares. But then it made me realize that the posts with the worst backlash are also the posts that I've gained the most followers. So it's the idea that if purpose of this was destroying me, I'm not going to agree with that purpose. She better preach it. So where does Palula go from here? She tells people that she plans on doing exactly what she's been doing, living her life and hopefully encouraging others to embrace exactly who they are. Quote unquote, I really, really want people to see God. I want people to see confidence. I'm not an aesthetically beautiful person. I'm not, and that's okay, she says. But I love myself and I can be myself. And with that certain level of beauty, because there is a light that everyone has and that deserves to shine. Quote unquote, I began April with 1,000 followers. We are now in August. I have 20,000 followers. Now she has like 54,000 that we looked at. So when I say that this has been insane, I really mean that this has been insane, she adds. It's not me doing anything outside of what I normally do. So I'm not trying to get anything. I'm just doing what I would normally do on social media. Like it or not, this is what I'm going to do. Man, that was beautiful. I'm sorry for the I didn't know the Instagram video was going to be that long. I thought it was just going to be a thank you. God's children. I'm not God's mistake. Amen. But it was a lot. It was a whole journey. Okay, next up, Chance the Rapper. He has invested $500,000, or Social Works has invested $500,000 into Chicago schools. Social Works is founded by Chance the Rapper. There it is. So This is Chance the Rapper indirectly donating and investing $500,000 into Chicago schools. W Chance. This is a graphic I saw on social media. But as you guys know, when you see stuff on social media, you just do not know what is actually real and what is just social media things for the sake of it. So yes, this is confirmed to be Chance. And I'll subscribe to Social Works. And let's look at what Chance had to say about this $500,000.
There's nothing greater than owning your own business. Have your own salon, have your own recording company, have your own auto body mechanic space. Hopefully, when I see y'all in 10 years, y'all will be well on your way to that. And I think y'all are already on your path because you're in the right space. And the final to receive this $100,000 grant towards career and technical education.
Oh my goodness. Is there a captions? All right. Sorry, Chance. We gotta I gotta mute it. Simeon. So Simeon won. Chance the Rapper made a surprise.
High school this morning to deliver a message
and a big paycheck. Chance, why has it been important to give back to the city of Chicago? It's important for everybody to give back, no matter who you are. We are very grateful for what's going on, what Chance is doing for the school. You know, this is very beneficial for us. It's a great opportunity for us and a great experience to be able to meet and be able to show him to some of our skills and what we do on a day-to-day basis in school and how we get it done. We appreciate him. There's nothing greater than owning your own business, and that's where we started. So definitely listen to No More Old Men from Chance the Rapper featuring Jamila Woods, because I couldn't play it on here because I would have got copyrighted. I understand promoting Starline, but geez Louise, bro, folks can't even react to it. I'm trying to show the good news. 500,000 is huge, bro. Salute to Chance, dog. 100%. And you know, who was it? I think it was La Russell where they were talking about more money, right? They were saying more money, and then La Russell said it depends. If you are a good person, having more money is a great thing. If you're a bad person, it just amplifies the things that you're already bad at. And so Chance to be independent, fresh off an album release, all the money that's going directly to him as an independent artist, he's choosing to invest a large chunk of that back into the community. He always gives to the community. He makes it a point to stay in Chicago, and I think that's a direct product of his parents and his father that he's always rapped about, working in the city while he was growing up. And this is just a continuation of that. So salute to Chance the Rapper. Continue doing great things, and yeah, it's very inspiring and things of that sort, man. Shout out to Chance the Rapper, Chancellor Channel, and Joseph Bodman. Michael Irvin, as always, after Miami's win over Notre Dame. Why does my boy have on a mic? Is he on the Twitch stream? Why Michael Irvin got on the mic? Is he on mic'd up or something? Is this for the all NFL 32? Shouts out to Arabia. Congratulations on the all 32 NFL show that is now part of the Is What It Is network and things of that sort. Shout out to Arabia. Why is Michael Irvin sweating? He did not play. he just watched the game. Why is he sweating that much? Mike, gotta love Mike, huh? Hall of Famer, man. Shout out to It Is What It Is. It Is What It Is. Oh, it's September 1st. It is what it is. Did it come back today? Hold on, little twin. It is what it is. They didn't come back on Labor Day, did they? Hold on. It is what it is. They really came back on Labor Day? No, they didn't. So they'll be back, I guess, tomorrow. We'll have to see. It's a Atlanta show. I'll look that up. Yeah, no one posted it. No one posted it. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Lock in, twin. All right, next thing is why Black Twitter hates Queen Naija. Someone was like, can Queen Naija just go? And she was like, no. And then they responded with like this clip. I remember hearing about it, that she said something about dark-skinned women, and like she had colorist things, and it was a whole thing. Also, she deleted the no anyways. But this is what they quote tweeted to respond to her. Because she did like a whole like press thing that was like, yo, I'm so sorry. I love Black women. I'll look it up after this. But this is apparently the thing that like why people like hate Queen Naija, and they like blame Queen Naija, all that. And Queen Naija was like, yo, I'm being bullied off the internet. Like it used to be funny, but now it's annoying. And it was a whole thing.
Like always little black nappy headed, I'm sorry y'all, but it seemed like always little nappy headed girls would bully me. Like they'd be jealous or something. Like what? Yes, they was when I was little. I didn't do nothing to know. It seemed like always ugly people bullied me. I'm sorry.
What's such thing as ugly people?
Well, it don't have nothing to do with, look, y'all, before y'all start going in, it don't have nothing to do with color, but them are always the people that bully me. It was always some little black little girls bullying me with some old little terrible hairstyles. But anyway.
Yo, she really like this. You gotta think, this is not streaming. This is the YouTube era where you can edit, and you know what I'm saying, you do Q&As, vlogs, all that stuff. And she really did that, bro. Oh no, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. And I know folks that work with Queen. So salute to them folks, everything like that. Shout out Queen Naija. Shout out Clarence. But that's crazy. Did she apologize? Let me see. Apology. I'd accept apology on the spot. For the last time, I'm not a colorist. It's a 13-minute video of her explaining that she's not a colorist. What year is this? 7 years ago, 2018.
What's up, Royalty Squad? It's your girl Queen Bean Cut once again, back with another video. As y'all can see, I'm back with a whole another look. I got on a full lace wig today, fire different, because I'm always rocking the same, like it's thick color to transform to like, but I just feel like this is something I need to address again because so many people.
The background music, YouTube rules were definitely different back then. Let me see.
So would you smash
beat on the
or
whole
pass Summerella?
Summerella cute brown.
I think me and y'all
She's funny too. I already addressed this in a video last year, but I truly felt like that I didn't say anything wrong. People took and twisted my words, and they basically was just trying to describe.
I also tried to find the video proof for that as well, but it must have been deleted.
The girls that bullied me when I was little because, you know, for some reason, like it was only that type. That might have offended a lot of people. So if it did offend anybody, you know, all I could really do is say I'm like truly sorry for that, and I apologize. That's something I probably shouldn't have said. You know, a lot of people had their ways of talking when they off camera, when they just talking to their friends and this and that. And maybe I shouldn't have said it that way, like, you know, on camera. But I know like a lot of people, black people, talk about other black people, and you know, they feel like, oh, maybe it's okay to talk about the black people because you black. But when it comes to me, you know, I can't mention anything about the texture of hair or skin color.
Yo, that's crazy. That happened. That's like, that didn't make it any better, bro. That didn't make it any better. Is she serious? She like, oh my goodness. Oh, I hope she did the knowledge or something. That's terrible. That's terrible, bro. Like that. What? It's like, I don't know, because you have to understand, and then to not take accountability, and then to say, I apologize if it offended you, but I don't apologize. It's insane. Like, you doubling down on it. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you have to understand as a black person the history behind it. Like, See, I'll be wanting to like cite my friends, but sometimes my friends be watching my stuff and then they be like, dang, I don't like how you indirectly called me out. But okay, I won't even say it like I'll say in general, right? Because a lot of people say this. It was a skit with Drewski, where Drewski was like, black girls love saying they're not black, like they Brazilian or something like that. In the latest skit, it's like a lot of black girls say like, oh, I have this, I have that, I'm this, I'm that, everything except for just being black, because at the end of the day, yes, we are all mixed and have different traces of stuff. But at the end of the day, like if you black American, you black American. Like if your parents are black and they were born and raised in America, and their parents are black, born and raised in America, like you were born and raised in America, you black American. So it's like I think it's the same thing, right? Where it's like this thing of people deflecting to deny their blackness and things of that sort. I say all of this to say you should know the historical context of black people if you are a black person. And so the historical context of being a black person in Black America is understanding, okay, there is this whole thing between dark-skinned people and light-skinned people. And there's been a bias against dark-skinned people by society. The darker you are, the harsher society treats you. Now, as a light-skinned person, you're still black and you still get treated terribly by society because you are black at the end of the day. However, since you are, I guess, a little more white passing or closer to white, you are treated a little more kind of like privilege. Light skin privilege is real, just like how tall privilege is real, right? Male privilege is real. Like so I benefit from a bunch of privileges, right? Like I benefit from the way I present myself, the way I speak. Me being a man, me being, some people will say kind of on the taller side, all of those things, right? Other people, they benefit from this, they benefit from that. Like light skin privilege is real, pretty privilege is real, all that stuff is real. And you have to acknowledge it. Yes, do you still deal with some things that are difficult and people still kind of go against you in certain ways? 100%. Do your privileges still exist? Yes. Two things can be true at once. So, and this goes all the way back to obviously the most obvious example, slavery, right? With the field people and the in the house folks. Easy, simple as that. And it was early on. Then they tried to put the mental divide with black people. So with that, which Queen Naija should have known by then. If she didn't know back then, if she didn't know in 2018, I hope she knows 7 years later of the reason why people have been on her relentlessly for the last 7 years on the internet. You have to understand, like, people just treat darker skinned people harsher. So when you say that about darker skinned people, you get called out for it, and then you just double down on it and say, hey man, it's just the truth. Like darker skinned people with kinky hair, like that's just what they do. The whole idea of good hair, all of like you should know this stuff as a black person. And even for Chris, as terrible as Chris was to you, right? For Chris to look at you kind of weird and check you on that says a lot. For Chris to be looking at you weird and like, hold on, what you say now? What's going on? It says a lot, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me see what Nate said. Queen Naija is interesting. I'll leave it at that. I think she's benefited in a certain way. Yeah, 100%. But it's always been this meme of like blame Queen Naija, and she said it's not funny anymore, guys. She even has left like Twitter for elongated periods of time and stuff like that. And so she dropped a new snippet of a song and she said, y'all ready for it? And then someone was like, I wish she would leave us alone. And she said no. And then they responded with this, like, because I never knew why people were so mad at her. Like I heard that she said something colorist and then she put out a bunch of apologies for it. I remember that in real time when it happened 7 years ago. I never looked at exactly what she said and the apology. It was just one of those things of like, when people have the little notes app screenshot and it's just paragraphs and you're like, oh, sorry for what happened, or congratulations. Let me see. Great example in the music industry. 2 women were signing in front of Rick Ross. One is dark skin and other light skin. Who did he go with? 2 women. 2 women were singing. Okay. Two of them were singing in front of Rick Ross. Who did he sign? Go with? I guess just off top, probably light skinned woman. Probably light skinned woman. But yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. Like everybody knows it, and it's like, yes, life can still be difficult for light skinned people, like because you're still black at the end of the day. You still have the black struggle and everything. You're not any less black as a light skinned person. It's just acknowledging that you do have privilege. Like I said, I have privilege as a man, as a person who is people consider taller, and as a person who speaks like this and presents himself like this. I have privilege with all of those things. I present myself as a quote unquote less threatening black person. Like all of those things I benefit from. I can acknowledge that. It is still difficult for me as a black person. I do think she hasn't really gotten over her breakup with Chris. She wanted to admit that publicly, honestly. I don't follow Queen like that closely to know. You know what I'm saying? Like on the day-to-day, like I don't subscribe to the channel or anything like that. But you know, I'm obviously aware of Queen Naija because she was so big, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she's still a big artist and stuff like that. Like Medicine it kind of like solidified her as an artist. Excuse me. And Hold Up. That's like probably my favorite DDG song musically. My favorite DDG song, period, is probably Count It. But musically, it had like strings and everything. Let's Hold Up from her. So, I mean, she's talented woman. And obviously she was entertaining and stuff like that on YouTube to even get to that level. However, it's like, this is just cringe, bro. And it's like, how can you be this like ignorant? And there was so many YouTubers in that time that were entertaining, but like you could tell, like, because they're always like, yeah, I dropped out of school and, you know, to pursue YouTube, and it worked out and I became rich and stuff like that. But you could tell like they dropped out of school, bro. Because they would just be saying like some dumb stuff, like stuff that like you would consider basic. And then you like, oh, they didn't learn this because they dropped out of school to pursue YouTube. So, you know, it all comes together at the end of it. Yeah. So there's that though with that situation. It was just something that I know it happened 7 years ago, but like I was just like, oh, that's what happened. So for people who are looking up, why does Black Twitter always hate on Queen Naija? You can look at this video. Next. We're going to talk a little bit about Mafiathon. It's going to be about 5 minutes, 2-3 minutes, real short. And then we'll probably get out of here soon after that. I think, right? Yeah. We'll get out of here after that. No, we'll go to an hour. But yeah. Okay. Kai Cenat brought officials from Nigeria and South Africa to explain why his school hasn't been built yet. He started off Mafiathon with this. Mafiathon 3, he started off with this. And it's obviously because a lot of people are like, where's the school, Kai Cenat? And I was like, all right, brother, like you guys are using old clips and videos from like different videos and stuff like that to show that Kai isn't really building the school. And it was just a lot of stuff. So he said, find the land, buying the land, authorization from the government, build a school, hiring employees, and gaining accreditation. He said he's trying to raise $5 million, and it's all going through the foundation. He can use none of that money for the foundation. It all has to go to the school. He showed the bank statements, and he said some of the donate, and he's raised over $1 million so far, $100,000 from the NFL, $100,000 from himself, and $25,000 from Benny Blanco. You know, the guy who writes for Justin Bieber and, you know, dates Selena Gomez. And I said when I heard that, yo, I might want to give Umar a little more grace. Umar bought 2 big buildings. So he had the zoning for that, the whole building for it. He painted the outside of it, everything like that, right? Someone made a video about going to his school. Should I look at that now? Maybe tomorrow. I'll put that down for tomorrow. But yeah. Umar, he did all that. And he had the, you know what I'm saying, like you were saying, AC unit, this and that. And then he put all the stuff in, then they vandalized it and stole the stuff, stole his you know, it was just a lot. But you have to hire employees, you have to hire staffing, all of those things, yard care. That's a lot of money. And so if Kai's looking for $5 million, and most people, including LeBron James, who's a billionaire with his school, it's a public school, it's a public charter school. So he uses, state funds and taxes and all of that stuff to help fund his school. I know for a fact Umar isn't getting any corporate support from a place like the NFL, from a business like the NFL, from a business like a Starbucks, like LeBron is cool with, from a Chase Bank. I know for a fact Umar isn't getting that type of support and funding from that corporate level people. So it's like, okay, if he's not, all the money is literally coming from the online donations, the Cash App, FDMG, all that. All that is literally coming from that, bro. It has to be. So with that, okay, you behind on the payments a couple months to the point where they auction off your joint. It happens, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I believe it. I believe it a little more now than I did before. Especially because Kai, he's saying the same thing that Umar is saying. It's a lot to open up a school. It's a lot to open up the school. Let me see. People will say anything for attention and view, sadly. Context, people watching the replay. Nate is talking about the last joint where we were talking about who? Oh yeah. Oh no. He was also talking about this. Never mind. My bad, Nate. Raise $5 million. Yeah, that's what Kai said. Where's all the money he makes through endorsements and Twitch? So that's the thing with the Mafia-thon. He said he's donating 15% of all the donations and stuff because he's aiming for 1 million subs. So far tonight, it's only night one and he's close to 200,000 subs. So he's on pace to get the 1 million. And if he gets 1 million, then LeBron James is going to come in on the 30th day and cut off his dreads. So, 1 million subs, each sub is $5. That's $5 million. Okay, Twitch takes a portion of it. Say Twitch takes like $1 million off. That's still $4 million. So, 15% of that. Let me see what 15% of 4 million is. Hold on. What is 15% of 4 million? It is 600,000. So dang, that ain't a lot. 600,000 ain't a lot, bro. I ain't gonna hold you for what he's trying to do. 600,000, that ain't the 5 million goal. He said, I want to see the books. We aren't giving him a pass either. So Nate said he's still on him like he on Umar. So anyways, let's go. All right. I'll start from the beginning of this clip.
Yes. So I hear people have been asking, why haven't you yet built the new school? I'm not sure people realize what it takes to actually launch a school, especially when you build it. You need to find the land. You need to buy the land. You need to get authorization from the government to build the school. You need to actually build the school. And then you need to hire your teachers and get your accreditation from the ministry. So for us who have launched 16 schools in 10 different African countries, we know it can't take less than 2 years. It's impossible, especially if you want to do things right, and we want to do things right.
Absolutely. Do things right by complying with all legal and regulatory requirements in Nigeria is important to ensure that we have a school that is sustainable and lasts for posterity.
Yeah. We want the school to last.
Yes.
So there it is.
So I hear people have been asking.
He said, I get things take time, but these things should have been communicated from the jump. You have to also think, though, because this is what I thought. This was like my first thought. When I was watching the whole thing, he said, just like Dr. Umar. This is what I thought. One of my first thoughts. If I ever, you know what I'm saying? If I'm ever like rich with a large platform, right? And I'm visiting a third world place or underserved community, I'm not going to make a commitment on camera that I'm gonna build a school for y'all. You know, I don't know if you like, it's like going to church, right? I don't know if y'all ever been to like a church conference. In my church that I went to growing up, we had a youth conference at the end of every summer. And it would be right into going into the school year. So you could be on fire for God, everything like that going into the school year as you go back to your way. And So I remember my first one. Boy, it felt good. At the last day, we did a full, it was like number prayer for like the last hour and a half, 2 hours. Oh man, I'm feeling powerful. I'm feeling on fire for God. I'm like, I could cast out demons right now. I could go out on, hey, the name blood of Jesus. That's how I felt. Because I'm all hyped up. In that moment, man, boy, what? They said, they could have walked up to me right then and said, Rashad, what's your goal? I said, I want to save 50,000 souls this year. That's what I would have said in the moment because I was just hyped, you know what I'm saying? Adrenaline, everything like that environment. I could have said, man, I want to save 5,000, 50,000 souls this year. I don't even know if I meet 50,000 people in the course of a year. Anyways, I say that to say this. If Kai was streaming in Nigeria, right, IRLs, and he's looking at the conditions and stuff like that, and he thinking about his money and how people were treating him around Nigeria and stuff like as a prince and as the richest man in the world, you will feel like, you know what I'm saying, looking at the conditions, looking at the huts and the dirt, the mud on the ground, you'll be thinking like, I'm gonna give y'all a whole school. That's what you're gonna think of off top. You know what I'm saying? If you had Kai money, you've been treated like how Kai was being treated in Nigeria, I would assume all weekend, all however long he was there when he was streaming, and they showing you the conditions of the education system, and they saying a lot of this stems back to education, lack of access to education, a quality education is why kids grow up and they do ABC. You bound to say something in the heat of the moment, like make a promise. Michael Scott, hey, Michael Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true. And then he give you the laptop chargers. It's the same thing, bro. Like you guarantee, like you're just bound to say it. The difference is Kai is on a live stream. So when you make a promise like that on camera, it's documented. And then since it's clipped up and it's going everywhere and people saying, nah, Kai ain't really gonna do that, you have to double down on it and be like, no, I'm gonna really do it, y'all. I'm gonna really do it, y'all. If you're catching that, you really have to do that. So that's why I say, if I'm ever in a position of just influence and just of great funds and everything like that, I'm never making a promise like that on camera, bro. I promise. Because I'm the type, you know what I'm saying? I'm an emotional person, everything like that. In the heat of the moment, I'm bound to say something. I'm bound to make a decision, bro. I just made a, you know what I'm saying? I made some crazy decision just in the heat of the moment. I'm like, shoot, you know what? It's the first. I just did it. Let me. Like that was like just impulsive stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, you feel it in your heart sometimes, and you like, I want to help others in the cause, and it's like that ain't in the budget, brother. You have to keep the big picture in mind. You're trying to save up so you can ABC and you can do everything down the line. And you did that because you just felt something in your heart. You know, that ain't good management, financial management. But yeah. I'm saying all this to say, don't say stuff on camera, bro. Don't make big commitments on camera, because then people gonna hold you to it, and then they're gonna call you a liar or something like that if you can't, you know what I'm saying, finish it. So yeah, that's the thing with Kai in school. He brought it up. He showed the documents and everything like that. I don't know if it's in the comment section because they closed it off. W. Kim Kardashian for sure. Jabberwockies, W. Jabberwockies. Is this someone?
Of the money sitting in the accounts. Okay, listen, the foundation balance is currently at 1.1 million. The foundation raised 1.2 million. Mafiathon 2 funds raised that we did was 976,000. Benny Blanco donated 25,000. Thank you, Benny. Shout out to Benny. W. Benny. I had a personal donation of 128,000 to cover all computers and equipment. The NFL donated $100,000 as well. We spent a total. The foundation spent total is 95,500. The legal team, which was 10,000 account, and so on, 3,500. Prior partner was 75,000. And yeah, we need a total investment of $5 million to get us through the first day of class. Like that's the total that we're aiming for to get us like the actual functioning of where it's nice and smooth. You feel me? So shout out to the NFL.
So there it is. There it is. There's the 5 million, and there's the breakdown that I gave. And this is the little Chase payment you see right here, the Chase paper with the $1 million. And here's the breakdown of it with the numbers. And Kai Sinat Foundation. He said you could look it up yourself. Kai Sinat Foundation. I mean to yell in y'all ear, man. Dang. No, this junk is right here. Kai Sinat Foundation Incorporated is legit. See Marietta, Georgia, right here. That's where they at. Delk Road, that's the hood. But he on the good side of Marietta. Ain't P Cred. No, it's a legit thing, bro. Southside Marietta, my hometown. Kai Sinat Foundation Incorporated. Be the first to donate. GuideStar, what is this? GuideStar ruling year EIN number. Dang, they got all your information up here. Hold on, I gotta reshare again. Give me a second here. They got all his information up here. Yeah, but the Delk Road Suite, everything like that, Marietta, Georgia fundraising mission. This needs more. Sign in to unlock that. Operations, highest paid employees. Let's go back here. Charity Navigator. What's this? 350K donors have given 300 million plus via. Oh, that's the whole thing. Is this your nonprofit? No, URL not available. It's a 501(c)(3). Cannot be evaluated by the impact and measurement methodology because it is ineligible. It is eligible, but we have not received the data, or we have developed an algorithm to estimate the pragmatic impact. Its programs are not direct services. It is not heavily reliant on contributions from individual donors. Let me go back here. It was founded 2024 when he did Mafia-thon 2, and I think that's when he visited Nigeria and made the promise to build the school. That's just like, why would you promise to build a school? I don't know, bro. Like, and here it is right here. The Kai Sinat Foundation raised over $1 million. This is exactly what he said. So since April, they didn't do. Oh, here it is. This was the last one.
We are talking to partners such as Google, Amazon, and a lot more, bro. The land has been selected already, so congrats to that. The land has been selected and will be purchased this month, bro. Begin construction in 2 to 3 months and finalize educational partners, bro. Right now, we're interviewing like the best partners that we can.
Oh, like, see, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If y'all gonna get on Umar like y'all got hey, look, come on, man. Kai said this in April. He said 2 to 3 months. He said we got the land. We gonna start building. 2 to 3 months. We got Amazon and Google involved. 2 to 3 months in April. That's May, June, July. It's August. It's been 4 months, and he's talking about we gotta find the land. We gotta build the thing. Hey, y'all got on Umar a lot, man. The land for the school has already been selected and will be purchased later this month. But then here's the thing. They said $1 million in April. He's saying $1 million in August.
So I'm going to give y'all some little inside story.
Interesting.
We built a school full of classrooms and stuff in Makoko, like over the river. But due to storm, a lot of it got messed up. Like money that we spent, dead got messed up, chat. Like all of the time, like there was a storm, it messed up a whole bunch of stuff, but we're back. Okay. So we hired an engineer to review, and we had the structure updated. All right. Hold on, let's go ahead and show y'all real quick what's going on.
The Makoko. Let me see. The Makoko School. see. The Makoko Floating School. Makoko Floating School was developed in 2013. It was abandoned in 2016 over safety controls and collapsed in a storm in June 2016. So this is the school he's trying to rebuild. So he ain't trying to just build a school. He's trying to rebuild a school that was already about to be built, but they never built it because people. So he was like, "Oh, I could help."
In this video, you can see, like, bro, look at this, bro. Look at this chat. Look at this. It's 2 levels.
Yeah. Umar had the building. He kept saying this and that. How many times? He said it for a couple of years, and then eventually, they auctioned off the building.
Here, all right, but a lot of
he never officially opened the school. Umar, we're speaking about Umar. But he did like festivals. He did festivals over there, like the FD&G Academy Festival. He did probably like 2 or 3 of those, and he wanted to do a field day for the kids with, on the opening of the school. It just never got to that point.
Things kept happening. Okay, listen, we launched.
Yep, that's Casanat Foundation Incorporated, Delk Road.
This foundation right here. All right,
raised over $1 million.
The foundation itself, without like the subathon and stuff, has raised over $1 million.
Excuse me. Through strategic partnerships, community engagement. It's kind of weird because it's saying the same thing that he said 5 months ago. So that's the only thing that's like what he's saying right now is just what he was saying 5 months ago. It's like no new. It's because of corporate corruption, unfortunately. Oh, that people were doubting him. People really thought you could build a school in a foreign country within 1 year. That's a great point. Okay. All right. And then the last thing from the DDG stream, Kai Cenat stream, was when Kim Kardashian came on and he asked who you thought stood out from Streamer University, and this is what she said. And this was my favorite moment of the night.
I thought like DDG.
Okay.
She said somebody stood out to her university.
Who's out to your university?
I mean, just from like an outsider that doesn't know a lot about streaming, I thought like DDG.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't know what this means.
Okay.
Wendy. Yes.
Okay, all right, man. It definitely the moment of the night, bro. The funniest scene Kim Kardashian said. The wording is consistent, though. It is consistent. So Reggie and DDG, the most pointless beef of 2025, man. It continues. The latest chapter. Kim Kardashian comes in, has no idea about the beef, just speaking about Streamer U, giving DDG his props.
She said somebody stood out to her university.
Who's out to your university?
I mean, just from like an outsider that doesn't know a lot about streaming, I thought like DDG.
Okay.
Wendy. Sorry. I don't know what this means. Wendy. Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Whew. That man, that was a moment, bro. You just can't recreate, man. Shout out Reggie, shout out DDG, shout out Kim. It was a dumb beef that was carried on strictly by ego, and hopefully this Mafia Don 3 can get Reggie out of that. Obviously he's been doing music for the last couple weeks or last couple months or whatever. The on stream thing with Hurricane Chris or Hurricane Wisdom, whatever the rapper's name is, not Hurricane Chris. I think it's Hurricane Wisdom. And then he has a joint out with Babytron that just came out this week. So, he's doing this thing, trying to rebuild his image and everything and bounce back from this DDG beef. Because, once you, like he says, once you beef with me and I stop speaking about you, No one speaks about you, but I think if anyone could pull him back up by his bootstraps, it's definitely Kai Cenat, the biggest streamer in America. Speaking of the biggest streamer in America, that man Speed, bro, it's just been everywhere. It's been ridiculous. Shout out to Maxwell, the congressman, that they gave him the tour of the Capitol, and then he took him outside just to take a picture, and they just mobshed him, and he had to leave. He had to like run to the car and leave. And then he went to Virginia, and he did a thing over there. Hold on, let me pull that up. He went to Virginia, shut down Virginia. I show Speed, bro. Like, that's the closest thing to like Michael Jackson fame that you'll see in the world of streaming, at least.
Luther King in here.
You ate with Martin Luther King?
Yeah. I did.
That's crazy.
I think so. That's because I'm old.
No, that's insane. When,
I met with him in 1963.
1963.
Yeah, when he was planning his march.
He was planning his march.
Planning his march on Washington. He had come into my chili bowl several times, and I got to sit with him and talk about that. And I went to his
Martin Luther King in here.
Dang, why do you? I hate that these clips be cut off, bro. He's the first streamer to ever tour a live tour of the U.S. Capitol. Yeah.
But these fans.
Oh yeah, this was the one.
Y'all, hey, God bless America, y'all. Vote. Vote.org. Vote.org. I had a dream. I had a dream with Ronaldo. When Ronaldo made the World Cup. I had a dream. Get back. Get back. Get back.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's go.
He also was racing the. Oh, here it is, right here. The dude pushed me. Still won, bro.
He pushed me, and I still won. You pushed me, and I still won. Come on, bro. You pushed me, and I still won. You pushed me, and I still won.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. He literally cornered him into the cars. This man in sleeveless and shoes and sweats. Speed is racing him in a suit. I'll tell y'all this is about Speed. And I've already said this before. When I seen it for myself at the flag football game, bro. When it was Michael Vick. Michael Vick was the quarterback. He threw to this side of the field. It was destroying right in front of me. Speed comes out of nowhere and just hawks it. I said, yo, this dude, like, he a real athlete. Like, it was one of the more impressive athletic things I've seen in front of my eyes, bro. And it's from a streamer. Like, Speed is different, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah. He was in DC today. He was in DC today. He said Ben's Chili. Oh, he is in Ben's Chili. Oh, with you saying with MLK. The Mystics were there a couple weeks ago. Ben's Chili. That's where the Mystics play. Yeah. He was up there. Yeah, he was up there. Yeah. Today he's doing his American tour. So he was in DC today. He's going to Philly tomorrow, and then I don't know where he'll be at after that. But yeah, that's what he's doing, man. He was in Atlanta this past weekend. Yeah. Bro is he raced another kid and he dust that kid. But he did this he buttoned up. The suit is buttoned up. He ain't just racing him in the suit. The suit is buttoned up and he still beat him. He cornered him. Oh yeah. He was pushing him. He was pushing him right here. Look, in his way. Cutting him off in his way. Cornering him. Someone's shoe came off. Someone had or something. Pushed him into the car. Speed goes around the car. And then he goes around this one for real. He has to jump in front of this one. Skip, and he still beat him. Buddy different, bro. Buddy different. I ain't gonna lie to you. Buddy's different. Speed, you can watch his streams and be entertained every second, bro.
That's the White House. Go Lincoln. He's really at the White House right now. Let's get a picture right here.
He wouldn't let him in.
And where we getting out right here.
And this was when he was in Virginia at Tyson Mall. You know Tyson Mall? Nate? Dude.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. We gotta drive, G. Don't run them over though. Don't run my fans over, G. Don't run my fans over, G. Don't run my fans. Just follow the police car, driver. Driver, follow the police car. Okay, you good. You good.
I think the crazy part about Michael Jackson is that like he was this, but Michael Jackson had it with younger people, older people, men, women, black, white, Asian, and I say Speed definitely has that all backgrounds, but like his is mainly younger boys, younger men. You know what I'm saying?
You good. How much people? Oh my God, it's so much people. Holy shit, driver, take this off. Oh my God, this is insane. This is insane.
Oh, that's great. Oh no, that's crazy.
Oh my God, this is fucking. No, we good. We fucking good. Yeah, no.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me see. That's the Virginia thing. Is there anything else? All right. Okay. All right. I think that's it. I'm out for the night. We gotta go to sleep. We got work in the morning. My name is Rashad Milligan, as always, man. Stuff is finally looking up again. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm so thankful. I appreciate everybody for watching this stuff. My name is Rashad Milligan, as always. Let's keep it going. This is the road to 10K subs. Be back tomorrow with another stream because I'm live each and every single day. Shouts out to my brother Big Nate, aka Nathan Schnell, holding it down in the chat tonight, making it a fun stream, things of that sort. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good night, have a good day. If nobody else told you today, I care for you. Until next time, please take care of yourselves. Enjoy going back to work. Peace.
Rashad, why you
anyway.
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.